Hey everyone, Travis Robertson here, real estate coach, CEO, and founder of Robertson Coaching International, where we help agents just like you create businesses that support your life, not businesses that run your life. And today we're wrapping up our 4-part series on database management. And in the first part, we talked about why you need a CRM or why you need a database. In the second video, what we discussed is how to go about choosing the right database for you, and I even gave you a couple of recommendations to get you started. So hopefully by now you've chosen the right database platform for your business, and if you haven't, go back and watch that episode so that when you come back here, you're ready to hit the ground running. And in the last video, what we discussed is organizing based off of your relationships, based off of the connections that you have with people, and sometimes even putting people into multiple connection or relationship categories. Now what we want to do is start marketing to people based off of the relationship categories that you chose. So how do we get started? The first thing I want you to do is I want you to think of each group as a little bit independent from each other. Sure, there are going to be things that you send out to everybody, but sometimes you need to send specific messaging to specific categories, such as your buyer leads, or your seller leads, or maybe your current clients or past clients. And based off of who they are, what you want to do is create a different marketing or campaign track to that individual group. An example would be any new leads that come in from online lead sources such as Zillow or Trulia or Realtor.com. When they come in, what is it that you want them to receive that is maybe different than what you're sending to other people? Should they get more contacts in the beginning and then ultimately taper it down later on, which is what we teach you to do? Or is it somebody who's maybe a past client and they don't need to hear from you quite as frequently, but they do in fact need to hear from you? And maybe what you need to do is create some personalized calls throughout the year. So if you put these different campaign tracks together and think of them as independent of each other, it allows you to tailor your marketing to the context of the relationship, bringing more value and getting more value for yourself out of that relationship. Now, it's important to remember this. Any campaign or any marketing that you do, I don't care who it's to, the very first thing you need to do in your campaign is bring value. If you're not bringing value and all you're doing is making an ask or saying, hey, what's in it for me, and not figuring out how to give them something that's in it for them, what you're gonna do is you're gonna alienate your friends, your family, and the relationships that you have. Here's a great example. How many of you know those people that started selling all those vitamin waters or all those different shakes or drinks or things on Facebook that, once they join these MLMs or these different groups, which I'm not opposed to them, but once they do it, what do they start doing? They start abusing all of their personal relationships. Hey, buy my water. It's going to cause you to lose 15 pounds, grow more hair, and gain more inches where you need more inches, if you know what I'm saying. And so what we don't want to do is we don't want people to feel like we're using them. We want people to feel like we're bringing value to them first before we ever make an ask. And then when we do make an ask, what we want to do is we want to make an ask that is relevant or that is appropriate based off of that relationship. So here's a great example. If you've got a current client, maybe somebody that you've never worked with before, and you're in the process of closing the deal, maybe you're in the contract to close phase of the relationship, well, this is probably not the right time necessarily to ask for a referral. Now, you may get a referral from them, but you haven't finished the deal yet. They haven't seen you fully take them from lead to past client. So the relationship with you is still in the early stages. And so it's a little premature probably to start asking them, who do you know that's ready to buy or sell? Or can you send any of your friends or family my way? Because I'd love to help them too. Look, finish helping them first. And then after the deal's closed, that's probably a more appropriate time to start asking them who else they know that may be looking to buy or sell, or that could use some of the services or the value that you bring to the relationships that you serve. So as you're designing your campaign tracks or your marketing tracks to each of the different relationship groups, what I want you to do is I want you to do one at a time. Don't do the shotgun approach. Don't try and say, well, this is an email that can be used for this group and that group, and I'm going to build them all together. Take one campaign at a time, take one group at a time, figure out what they need, what value you can bring, set up that track, then move on to the next one, and then the next one. Only when you do that are you going to be able to get more done in less time and be effective at connecting with the people that you want to serve. And always ask yourself, what would somebody like this find valuable from me? What valuable thing can I give them that maybe they aren't getting from somewhere else or another agent or any other resource? What insight, what perspective, what ideas can you bring or gifts or valuable things can you bring to this relationship that they can't get anywhere else? That's what's going to keep you top of mind. That's what's going to keep them coming back to you, referring their friends and family, and ultimately building that long-term, valuable relationship that everybody wants from the people in their database. So there you have it, guys. We've talked about how to pick a database, why you need a database, how to organize it, and now how to monetize it. Keep watching for more of our great videos, and if you haven't already, subscribe, click like below, leave us a comment, let us know how we're doing, and if you have any questions, feel free to email us or visit us online at travisrobertson.com for more information about us and maybe how we can help you with your business. I look forward to seeing you in the next videos. Take care. Fully take them from lead. We can do this. Somebody else that they know who might be able to use your services, which is the same freaking thing. So in our next series, I have no idea what we're talking about, so I have a preview. Watching for more of our great training videos. Let me tell you how awesome I am.